What's up, Starboy? Nothing much, just chilling, waiting for the market to open. What a crazy day that was. I honestly should have held one runner. I think I closed out of everything like right around here. So I could have caught another like 100, 130. I had a feeling it was gonna go back up, but I already made back like all my losses, so I didn't want to like chase another 100 something point run like this. Yeah, I did. Did I trade that move? Yeah, I was basically uh it was on the last stream. I bought like here. I basically only bought longs for the entire day, all the way down here. So some of them took a hit, like this first account and this last account. And the other ones, I held them all the way till here. So I took a long here, took a long here, went long here, and then I closed out like right here. Was it right here? I think it was right here. Yeah, because I think I stopped streaming at 2. Yeah, so somewhere along here I closed out. I had a feeling we were gonna keep rallying even after like this dip, but I didn't want to hold until the end of the day. This was a day where, like, after this, if any of your accounts were in long, this was like a day where you just close the chart and you just let it go for the rest of the day. I was talking to one of my viewers earlier that I said I was tempted to just literally close my close my charts and just let it run until the end of the market, which would have been all the way up here, 410 right here. But I already made decent profit on all of them, so. You did too, but not for long? Yeah. Like, this move, it just felt like over exaggerated. Like, there's no reason why we fell this far. Like, Microsoft, Meta, Tesla, they had really good earnings. The only bad thing was that the Fed decided not to cut rates, but they've cut rates for like the past 2 or 3 meetings. So like, it's not the end of the world. You can't expect them to not cut rates forever, or to cut rates forever for every single meeting. So, and like, they cut rates, or they decided not to cut rates somewhere here. Yeah, I don't think anyone expected this crazy of a day, which is why I kept buying, I kept buying. And I was down a good amount. I think my first buy was like here. 26,000. And then I probably bought at 900 as well. Let me see if we have any news for today. I think the Apple earnings was good. Let me check. 29. Wait, where's the Apple earnings? How do I sort by market cap? What the heck? Apple. Dude, I can't click anything on this website. Apple. What was... Did Apple beat the earnings? Hold on, let me look this up. Apple earnings. I guess Microsoft to crash. Yeah, I don't know why Microsoft crashed. Like Microsoft beat their earnings right here. They beat their earnings by 30%. But it fell by like, I think it fell by like 11%. I don't know what percent it ended in, but in the middle of the day when I was checking it, it was down 10%. Hey, Ro, what's up? Dude, I can't. Did Apple not drop their earnings yet? And what's going on with my internet? Like, I can't. My internet is like, it's like trash right now. What's going on? I'm just gonna look this up. Did Apple beat earnings today? Okay, I think they did beat earnings by about 18%. Revenue for the quarter is up 15.5%. This is literally what I was talking about with my other viewer. Like, did they really want to risk being all the way down here when Apple is gonna report earnings, and Apple just made new products where they incorporated AI into it? So I feel like the sales would have been really good. And they did. They beat their earnings. That's probably what the spike was right here. The spike for like almost 100 points. That was probably Apple right here. I don't I kind of want to just like, as soon as market opens, I kind of want to just buy long. That's how bullish I am. But I kind of want to buy it on like one account. Even though it's probably a horrible idea. But I don't know, something, I just feel like we're gonna open. I wonder, maybe I'll buy any dip. But I don't know. This is a very exaggerated move as well. This recovery. I feel like any dip is worth buying, but I don't want to buy it in many accounts. I might buy and play the dip on like one account. What account though? Well, actually I have a bunch of evals that I could use. I'm gonna buy it on some evals. But the fact that we couldn't close above 7,000 is a bit worrisome. I wanted today to close above 7,000 on ES. We hit above 7,000 really quick on the I'm sure the Apple's earnings report, and then we just went back down. So if I work too long, then like there's going to be a major like resistance here. So the best place to wait for like a dip and then hop in the long. Or the opening candle will have enough volume to break us through. I don't know where we're opening. I'm not seeing any opportunity for now. Yeah, I think the smart play is just let it dip if you want to go long. I would be really surprised if we just keep crashing on this next day as well. Seven minutes though. 7 minutes until market opens. Looking at it in the 4 hours. Yeah, this is an insane hammer. I'm sure the hourly looks super bullish too. Let's see, 6 more minutes until market opens. My indicators are telling me to short. Like short 2650, 2660, 2670. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Oh wait, here's Apple's earnings. Yeah, it beat it by a little bit under 10%. Revenue is doing good. I feel like there was another news. Oh yeah, like this Amazon news. Amazon in talks to invest up to $50 billion in OpenAI. Excuse me. We have PPI. Some other earnings. I don't think these earnings matter as much. Some tariff news that we don't know when it'll start. All right, let's see how market opens. $26. I think I'm just gonna okay, we're below 26. $25, 900. 800. Hmm. It's like a very, I can't tell if this is like a very weak candle. What's the range so far? How much? 87, so about 30 points. Like, I'm still bullish, but I just don't want to buy here. I feel like I want to buy around this area, like 900 or 800. If I were to buy here, I would only buy it on like evaluation accounts. If SPY dips a little bit more, I'll consider buying at the Okay, so this is the rejection from 26,000. So this is the Apple News candle right there. I'm just gonna buy on some evals. These evals literally only need like $5, so I'm not really taking this long position. So I just have to flip one micro here. Oh, wrong account. Okay, that was fast. All right, I'm already out of that trade. I have one more evaluation account that I probably should have taken this trade on. So this again went right up to around 26,000, and then it got rejected again. Yeah, take care, Starboy. The New York session was pretty good, bro. It started off pretty sketchy. Like I think in the beginning I was down probably -5. But I caught the longs and I held on for basically the entire day. So I actually DCA'd all the way down to like around here. And this is actually my funded, or this is the P&L for New York. So pretty decent day. For about 12. For some reason I was just really bullish. It's a good thing I didn't size super heavy. Like I was playing micros the entire day, like 3 to 5 micros per account. And then when it bounced up here, I basically added on like every dip. And then I held and closed right about here. 854-ish, right around here. And now I'm in some evals right now. So I just passed another Lucid eval. I just bought down here around the 900 level. I wanted to buy in this first candle, but then it kind of went up too fast. But on the second dip, I bought right around here, 902, I think. What was my entry? Yeah, 902.75. And it only needed about 800 bucks, so that one's passed now. I was thinking about getting it on one of these accounts too. Maybe this account. Spacing drawdown. I don't really care about this account, so. But now it's already too far ahead. Yeah, it's too far for me to chase with this account, especially since it's overnight. Let me check the. Okay, sorry, I had to pause real quick. I think I can activate this Lucid account right now. Let me check. And I think I can request another payout. Yeah, I can. Did you trade this New York session, Ro? Let me put this in the. Sorry, that's my girlfriend in the background. She's on the phone right now. All over the building in meetings. Oh, okay, so I guess you were pretty busy today. Honestly, today was like a day that if I was busy and I didn't trade, I would be very happy because, I mean, this is insane. The odds of a day like this happening is probably under like, it's like probably under 2%, 2 or 1%. Because the odds of dropping down here um down here, this line is 4%, and we dropped from this line, we dropped another 200 points. So the odds of this happening, another 200 points, I feel like it was a 1% day. So there's no reason to trade a day that happens 1% of the time. Like, no one could have expected this. Oh yeah, for sure. These are the days that you're glad that you're busy. I should have taken another, at least like a couple micros here at this 900 level. I feel like we pushed to all-time highs. Oh, how far are we? We're like 300, 400 points away. I don't know. It might just be a range day. Like, we're stuck between yesterday's range. Um, Whoa, something's going on. Something just happened. What time is it? 6:29. What was this? Uh, is it Japan stuff? Why is Japan... Wait, what? Why is Japan news so important that it would cause a 972, almost a 100-point candle? Japanese unemployment. Oh, there it is. That's what I was waiting for. It's Trump. If for any reason the situation is not corrected, I'm going to charge Canada 50% what the tariff. More tariff news. I don't think this tariff news is going to cause anything bad. I think the market is done with tariff news. Yeah, I think we're just gonna keep going higher from here. What situation is he talking about? Does he have a speech right now? VIX briefly shot up on that news event, and now it's back down. I'm not really worried about what Trump just said about the tariffs, honestly. That's why I think we can still go higher. I'm not going to chase this because the opportunity to buy was down here around 900 again, but with this candle, I didn't know what it was, so I didn't want to buy anything here. Yeah, there it goes. We're at 26,000 now. I'm wondering if I should try to take a small short here or at 7,000 ES. For some reason, I kind of want to take a short here, but I'm only going to take it on an eval. Where's my eval? Do I want to though? I'm still not in the short. I'll look for a short at 26034 or 7000 ES. don't want to hop on short on one eval. Just in case I miss this move. Let's see. I have some My Fun of Future evals here. Just one eval in case it doesn't reach to where I originally wanted to short and it rejects off the 26,000 level. I don't think I want to do 2 evals, just one. I don't want to do 2, but I'm gonna hold off on it. Yeah, so I had a feeling this may have happened. This little sell-off. That's why I'm in with one eval. I really wanted to do two, but I don't like stacking evals on the same entry. So I only got in with one. It's like, it's basically at, the take profit is at 6.3 down here. I could lower it a little bit. 6.4, 6.425. I'll put it up on the screen here. Thanks, Ro. I wasn't like extremely confident. That's why I didn't take it on a funded account. I mean, this could still go up and blow up this account, but with all those good news and this heavy increase in volume, and we broke above and rejected from 26,000. Like if it was really bullish, we would be just keep on gradually getting higher, getting away from this the open here. This can still, you know, rocket up and blow up this eval. We just need like, how many more points do we need? 14 more points. That's kind of a lot. Or I mean, wait, what? 14? Yeah, 10 more points. This could honestly hold out here and then just rocket up. But it's an eval, so I'll hold it for this take profit or I'll blow up this account. That's how I trade evals. After this, if we keep dropping, I'll look for, I put up an order on one of these accounts for 25900. I've had a lot of trades where I missed a take profit by literally one tick, so I wouldn't be surprised if it happens to me again. The odds are pretty unlikely, but you know, it's not over until it hits this green line. Nice. Okay. So this one's halfway done. My next entry that I'm looking for is, I think I put it on this account right here. I'll show my top step account again until we get until like, unless this order gets filled. I'm just gonna go back to my top step screen. I feel like top step is just nicer to look at. It's getting at 904. Yeah. Like 904, 900 ish. And I honestly might just leave that order, like if we never hit it for this stream. So if it doesn't hit in the next hour, I might literally just leave that order overnight. I do like the 900 level. I like the 800 more. 800 around here. But overnight moves are usually very contained. It's kind of rare for it to be a huge move up. But it's definitely possible. But what I used to do before was I would literally just, before I went to bed, I would just put orders on the screen and then I would just wake up to see what happens. Because when you do that, you take all the emotion and psychology out of it. You just have an order. This is literally all you have. You just have this and then you go to sleep. And then it either hits your stop loss or your take profit. I've done that a couple of times. In the beginning, I did it with like, I would do it like 2 minis in like one account. That was pretty like nerve-wracking. I'm still bullish, but something just feels off. Like in the beginning of the stream, I was like, oh, I'm bullish, I want to buy a dip. And I did buy a dip here on like on some evals that needs like $5, and I closed up here. Then I bought another eval, or I went long down here at 900 on one more eval, closed out for like, I just passed it on this pump. And then I shorted on an eval here. It's just something about this, like, I want to say I'm still bullish, but it just feels weird. We had this huge rally in this part of the day, but we couldn't break 7,000 ES. So if we go to ES, you know, SPY is like the most important for all the stocks and indices. So here's the Apple news. But here's the close of the market. 6999, and it fell down 10 points. Here's Apple's earnings, I'm pretty sure. It rockets up to 7,002, and then we're back down. And then opening volume, we got nowhere near 7,000, and now we're back down. Nowhere near 7,000, now we're back down. I'm still bullish, but like I'm playing this very carefully. So I'm only playing it with my evals because I don't want to risk anything. If I'm risking anything, like I'll take like micros, which is what I'm risking here. Where's my micros? Oh, I'm in the wrong. This one, okay. It's like 3 micros here. These accounts I don't really care about, which is why I'm putting them in here. 3 micros. 3 micros. This account I just took a payout. And this account I don't care too much about. So I want to play with 5 micros just to get the buffer back to 2,000. Let me know if you have a paid section in the Discord or if you do like coaching for money. I was working on a paid section for Discord, but then I just kind of scrapped the idea. So 387. Oh wow, that is a very, I don't know what to call you, but I'll call you 387. So I did have a premium, but I stopped working on it. Here's my premium. It has my notes, my back tested strategy, my longer time frame indicators, my research, questions, recommendations. Like maybe once I grow bigger, I'll start finishing this up and then putting it out there. But right now I'm not interested in like selling this yet. I usually explain everything. Like if you come to me with questions, I'll explain it, you know. If you have any questions regarding futures or what props do I recommend, you know, you just come to stream and I'll answer you, like no problem. I think my first goal is to make another 100K this year, and that'll be like my resume for selling something, basically. Like here's my resume, here's my results for this year, you know. I do have a free Discord if you join. I'm not sure if you're in it. If you want to keep track, I put all my payouts on my Discord, and one of the viewers recommended me to have a net profit, which is a very good idea because I need it for my tax when I talk to my tax guy anyway. So I have a net profit, and I'm literally going to send this to my tax person at the end of the year. So I have my expenses for this year and all my payouts, and then my net gain so far. So if anybody is wondering, like, how much am I actually making, you can just pull up this chart, and then you can find out. I also post my P&L every single day. Like, I don't care about showing my P&L. You know, like, I had one of the worst days of my life and I posted it. Right? For the people that were there, you know, I don't care about showing it. Like here. I'll show my wins, I'll show my losses. Like, I don't care. You can see I've posted every single day. And you can track like the balance and drawdown or whatever. So this is me being transparent. Not a lot of people will do this. I've been posting it every single day. I've been kind of lazy. I've been kind of wanting to just like stop posting it, but I'll keep posting it. It's like the only thing that keeps me, like, not many people will do this. I don't think anybody will do this. Go to any of your influencers on Twitter and they're not going to do this. I'm not going to show you every single account every single day. I've shown it every single day, and I'm going to keep showing it. I just got my... What up? I like how you explain this. I just got into trading futures. Yeah. If you have any questions, just let me know. Like, I have a bunch of tips and stuff that I learned throughout my years of trading. I just got my first 50k profit with Apex. I never did futures before, only stocks. I've been searching for someone I can learn from that's actually doing good. So here's the thing about Apex. I have Apex accounts too. I just requested like 6 max payouts on all these accounts. So these are all at 58, 58, 58, 58 because I took 2k from each. Apex is the hardest prop firm to get a payout from. And the reason is because if you traded with Apex... Oh, Top Step. Oh yeah, okay. Top Step is good then. Yeah, Top Step is good. It's one of my recommend... if you go here... These are all the recommended firms for people that are new. So Top Step is one of them. Lucid is one of them. Tradify is decent. I think my 2 main recommendations are Top Step and Lucid. And then my third one is My Funded Futures. My Funded Futures used to be the first recommendation, like #1. But since they got rid of their core account and replaced it with the Flex account, it's like, I think $30 more expensive. So these 2 are now the cheapest. Lucid and Top Step. So they're the ones that I recommend the most. But yeah, if you join the Discord, there's some pretty smart people in the Discord. We have Thanos is pretty good. He's an IT guy. He does a lot of coding and back testing using code. We have someone named Trade C. He's also like a software developer that messes with back testing using code. So these guys are all very smart. I want to be bullish, but this, I mean, right now there's really no bullish momentum. It's just kind of neutral. Movement is kind of dying, so I'll probably only be on for like 50 more minutes. I don't want to use up the rest of my day. I still want to work out and stuff and eat. I stream like almost the entire New York session. Probably like New York until like 2 hours or 3 hours before close. So like 9 a.m. to, or like maybe 8:30 to like 2 p.m. Eastern, 1:30, 1 p.m. Eastern. Usually after lunch, the movement kind of dies down. So like in the first like 4 hours, that's where it's pretty, you can catch some good moves. And then I stream for like 1 or 2 hours in the overnight. So unless this, like in the next like 50 minutes, unless this taps one of my trades, I'll probably call it. But like you guys will know where I'm gonna, like you guys know where my trades are. My trades are up here. I may exit out of this. Maybe. I might push it a bit higher to maybe 100. But my eval is down here at 900. I might also have a small buy position here at 900, like for like 2 or 3 micros. 900 down to 800. The stuff on the right is my P&L for today, for the New York session. I just kind of still have it up here, sort of to advertise what I did today. So this P&L was for all of this. From here to here. But yeah, this New York session was really crazy. All of this was from buying. And look what happened. Here's how far we fell. I bought like, I'm pretty sure I bought like, probably bought here, here, somewhere here, somewhere here, and then somewhere down here. In my last stream, I was going over basically the market with one of the viewers, David, about how I was holding on to this, the trades, just because I just felt like this was like an over exaggeration. Because the previous day here, we had 3 Mag 7 stocks. Microsoft, Meta, and Tesla, they beat their earnings by over 10%. It was like 10%, 10%, 30%, beating their earnings per share. And the only bad news was we had Fed decided not to cut rates. But like this is not, like this was just weird. And I really thought that we were gonna get back up here by the end of the day, so I just held on because we had Apple earnings. We had Apple earnings, and I didn't think they were gonna be super exposed for that earning. Do you follow strict stop loss and take profit like 1 to 2 R, or just like feel it out? Oh, sometimes I take, there's some strategies where I have a set stop loss. There's some strategies where I literally just feel like today was a feel out day, and I'll show you I'll show you how far I was from like it was crazy. Here, let me pull up my live. Which one was it? Oh, it was this one. I think this has my trades, right? Here's how far I was down at one point. Do I show it? Come on, show it. So I had an order here at 25750. I held onto this the entire day, and it was down 200 something points. Oh, here's another one. I had an order at 25799. This was down over like 200, almost 300 points. So sometimes I just have a feel for the market, and also I just got, you know, incredibly lucky. But days that happens like this kind of day is like, this happens like 1% of the time. I think I had another one of my orders was at like 888 or something like that. So I don't really have like a set RR. Let me see one of my orders. I'm pretty sure it was like an insane order that I eventually I DC'd into. Let's see. I posted in another Discord. Did I not post it? I thought I did. Oh, here it is. Oh yeah, this was what I was talking about. This was one of my orders. 25888 was my cost average for 3 micros. So I held this order for more than 300 points. And then I think I bought I added into this order once we climbed up a little bit. Because I was just, I don't know, for some reason I was really confident. And I didn't care if I blew up these accounts. Because I already took a payout on basically all of them. I would say on average, I'm like a 60 to 70% win rate with like close to 1-to-1 RR. But the way that I split up my accounts, all of them have different stats. Melting off. Yeah, that short was a good call. It just felt like weak. Like we broke above 26,000 and there was no volume. Like we just kind of just chopped around here and I was like, this feels really weak. Like I really wanted to get in with two evals, but I decided with just one, and like the one was okay. I think I still have a buy order here at 904. And it might hit it. With this kind of move, like, do I want to do 904 or like 900 to 880-ish? I don't know. What I can do is I can take a 10 micro trade. I could mess with the position sizing. Where is it? Here? Where's the account? Here it is. So what I can do, because this move is pretty gnarly, instead of putting all 20 here, if I think it'll go down a bit more to like the 880-ish or 90-ish levels, what I can do is I can split this up into two orders. Buy 10 here and then buy 10 like down here at, let's say 8, at like 888. And then this will put my cost average around 900, a bit below. And then I go for about 40 points. What is that, like? Somewhere here probably. It hasn't hit it yet though. Jack, what's your stop loss logic on evals? Is it different than funded accounts? My stop loss for evals is I basically blow it up or I pass it in the minimum amount of days. So that one trade you saw me took, bro, where I took a short here at 602, I literally would have held it all the way up until it blew up. And that's because I hate trading evals. When you're trading evals, you're not trading real money. and I have the budget to trade like that. If I didn't have a budget as high as I do, I wouldn't do that, and I would play it more safe. But because I do, I basically full port every single time with 2 minis. On my funded accounts, I would never do that. Funded accounts is when it actually matters. So it's always important to size down on funded accounts. Any advice you would give me with this 50k prop account top step on how to get my first payout? Advice. The only advice I could give you is you need to have some strategy. And the way that trading works is that, like, I truly believe anybody with any strategy can make money. So you just have to find a strategy and stick with it. I've made strategies on my own, just with some indicators or whatever, and I was able to back test and get data from it. So I know roughly the win rate of my own strategy, along with how much I risk, what's my RR, what's my win rate, what's my entry, what's my stop loss, and what's my take profit. So you need to have that set up. And you have to make sure, the biggest advice I can give you is that just don't spend money that you can't afford to lose. The traders that do that, they always blow up. It's not sustainable. And the reason why it's not is because you can ask roughly anybody how long it takes to get profitable, and they'll say anywhere between they'll say 2+ years. It could be 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years. So you need to budget your money so that way you're able to trade every single month. The first payout is not as important as what people think it is. It's more about learning how to be a trader, learning how to beat prop firms, learning how to control your emotions. I think strategy is like 30%. 30% of what it takes to be profitable. So the first advice I would give you is basically just make a budget for yourself every month. How much can I spend on prop firms? And then once you hit that target, you stop spending money on the month, and then make sure you can trade every single day. And then you'll learn a lot. Another advice is that once you get funded, if you can take one funded account and keep it alive for as long as you can, you're gonna learn so much. If you keep it alive for over 3 months, you're gonna learn so much. And you're gonna learn it all for very cheap too. So that's a list of stuff that you could work on. I'll show you my back test. You need to have at least some of this. Wait, this is old. Here it is. This is an example of a back test. You should have almost all of this. If you don't have the majority of this, then you're not really back testing correctly. So I have, for my back test, I have win rate, the R&R, wins, losses. I added DCA, and then I added like how many times did I get 100 plus points, 150 points, 200 points. What was the max loss? What was the max loss in points, and what was the max profit in amount of points? Did I hit 30 points? Did I hit 40 points? So I think this is like 250, almost 300, 240 about data entries. I did stocks for a while, like 1 to 2 years, but I stopped. You need 25k for the PDT rule, and I don't got that because I just turned 18, so I'm switching to futures, but it's a different world. The stocks worked great because I had a fire mentor, but I haven't found someone to learn from since switching to futures. That's why I was trying to see if you got a paid section so I can study and learn a lot. I would say just there's a whole bunch of free resources on YouTube. Take ideas from people, but don't copy people. And the reason why I say don't copy people is because 99% of people out there, they aren't profitable traders. They're there to sell a course. Even me, like, I'm profitable, but I want to sell a course because selling a course, that's so much easier than trading. Trading is stressful, right? Trading is hard. But you can take people's ideas and then you can modify it. You can take their strategies and modify it so that way it works for you. One really popular strategy is called the opening range breakout, orb, ORB. You've probably heard of it before. You basically take the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or an hour, and then once it breaks out from that range, then you enter with a stop loss on the opposite side. Also, what the hell's going on? But historically and statistically, the opening range breakout is a 50-50 trade, which means in the long run, you're not going to make any money. It's a 50% win rate with about a 1-to-1 R&R. The way you modify it is that you add your own confluences and parameters. Like, let's say you have a long-term indicator, right? And if it's above this indicator, you only buy and you never sell, right? Or maybe you mess with your R&R. You only go for 2-to-1 trades. You never go for a 1-to-1 trade, right? If it's 2-to-1, then even if it's like a 30-40% win rate, you'll still make money in the long term. You can add an endless amount of ideas. Like, maybe you have the VWAP, and when it's X points above VWAP, you never short or you never buy, right? If it's X points below the VWAP or above the, you never short or you only buy. You basically make your own system. You'll probably learn the most by actually trading the market. You can read all you want, but you can read and paper trade all you want, but once you're actually in the market, it's completely different. When you're paper trading, there's no emotions, but you can work on, I guess, finding the pattern of whatever you're looking for. Finding out what button is what, how to put a order, how to put a stop loss, how to use bracket orders. But nothing beats the experience of actually having money in the game. And you can do that for cheap using prop firms. It's way cheaper than, using your own money. Like, if I blow up this account right here, if I blow up this account, I don't actually lose $2,000. This account cost me 88 bucks, right? But I still have some stakes to this account. Like, I still want to trade well on this account just because, it could make me money. right? It's a lot cheaper than if I were to trade with my own account, my own brokerage. My own broker account, if I lose 2,000, then you actually lose 2,000. So prop firms is the easiest way to gain experience for cheap. No, I've been trading prop firms for about 2 years now. What'd you do in simple terms to build up payouts to then buy more prop firms and leverage? Yeah. So I literally did this. The first thing I did was I gave myself a budget. Right? How does a budget work? A budget is how much money you can spend in a month that you don't care about. So my monthly budget was 500 bucks. Right? This translates to about 50K top step accounts. Right? I traded these, and then when I passed them, I got an X amount of funded accounts per month. Now, what's important is keeping these funded accounts alive. And let me tell you why. Funded accounts is where you actually make your money. And a lot of traders, they think about short term, but what you should think about is the long term game. Let's say on average, you get 2 funded accounts per month. Right? This means in 3, 4, in 5 months, you'll have 10 funded accounts. This is equal to $20,000, right, in capital that you can trade with. Now you take this $20,000 and you just learn how to trade with it. This is how you scale. You have to think long term. What's the most important is keeping your funded accounts alive. So what does that mean? On your funded accounts, you trade micros. You trade micros and you keep it alive for as long as possible, and you try to learn as much as possible. The way you learn is getting a strategy, back testing it, and then trading the market every single day. Do you go live in New York? I do, yes. I was live earlier today. Earlier today, I made about... This was my New York session today. It's random? What do you mean it's random? Like my schedule? I'm trying to do every single day now. So yeah, I'll stream every New York session, and then maybe I'll stream like 1 through 2 hours overnight. You have 18K payout on Apex next week? Nice. I just took some from Apex this week. I requested it. I requested these 6. And I'm doing a series to I'm doing a series to 100K this year. I keep track of it on my weekly recaps and on YouTube. I'm up 56K on them. Nice. I only have 6 accounts. Initially I had 10 or 11. But because I had, like, on the first day, I basically full port. I basically full port to get out of the trailing drawdown. So I had to trade heavy for the rest of the time. So I lost 4 of them, but these 4 are very healthy. And after this payout, I can start trading them with micros versus minis. 60 is next up. I think I'm almost there. I'm at 57 for the year. And I could take out another 1K on one of my Top Step accounts. On this account, I could take out 1K if I wanted to. What else can I take out? This Lucid one, I just need 4 more days. And my Fund and Next accounts, I just need, I think, 3 more days. These 4 need 3 more days before another payout, and these only need probably 3 or 4 days. You tilted, you lost 5K last week in 3 days. Yeah, I also had a tilt day. Well, it wasn't really a tilt day. I had one of my worst days recently. I made a video about it. It was basically this day. It was this day right here. These were the survivors. I think, yeah, I had 9, I guess. It would have been nice if these lived too, but it's okay. These were actually in profit at one point overnight. But I was asleep. So I literally couldn't, and it missed my take profit by like 10 points. That was pretty annoying, but I mean, there's nothing I could have done. What matters is that I'm up for the year, so. You started with 12 down to 9? Yeah. Well, I mean, prop firms, it's all about like staying, like, the good thing about prop accounts is that they're so cheap that one payout will cover so much. Like I'm assuming so you just took that 18K payout, right? That probably covered, I don't even know, hundreds of accounts. Right? Let's say you had 18 and each Apex account is roughly, with activation fee, it's about like 80 bucks. Right? You just paid for 225 accounts. And they still have buffer on them, so you can still take another payout. You sent the request Monday? Yeah, I sent my request. I requested 1 today and 5 yesterday. The one thing about Apex that, like, Apex is kind of slow on their payouts. So it takes a while. You're actually way under with accounts. You've taken 6K with Top Step, 1500 with Lucid, and 1800 with, or 18,000 with Apex. What do you mean you're under with accounts? Like, did you spend more than how much you got paid out? You added this. You added Discord. Oh yeah, I see you. Yeah, oh yeah, I'll see you in there. I usually chat in there or talk about some ideas while I'm not streaming. Can you show the 3 micro trade you took for 200 point move from earlier you mentioned? Walk through what you saw. And I'm assuming like why I took it. The 3 micro 300 point trade. Man, it was, I don't even know where I was. So basically for this New York session, right? My thought was that we were going to be really bullish. So any dip was worth buying. But I bought the dip with micros because I was a little suspicious because the overnight was really weak. Even though we had a rally up, we never broke above the open, which was very strange with this big rally and 3 mag 7 stocks with really good earnings. Like it was really suspicious. So I took longs, like I'm pretty sure at 26,000, 25,900 on this area, all the way throughout here. The reason why I only took it with micros was because it was extremely volatile, like extremely. Like this fall is not normal. So I only took 3 micros, 2 micros, stuff like that. The reason why I held was because I felt like this day was like it didn't feel right. Like, why are we selling off? The context we have is 3 Mag 7s that beat earnings by over 10%. The only bad news is that Fed didn't cut rates, but we had FOMC like literally where around here, right? So, and this 700 point is just way too much of an over exaggeration. I was gonna hold the entire day, but once I turned green, I exited right about here. But one of my viewers, David, was in the stream with me, and I literally told him, I was like, I really want to just close my chart and just leave it for the rest of the day, because after this pop-up, like, I really thought we were just gonna keep going up for the rest of the day. Even this dip, I bought in this dip, and then I closed out right about here. And that's the reason why. It wasn't like anything technical. It's just like, why are we selling off 700 points? Like, 700 point days are like a 1% chance of happening. When we drop down to anything below this line is a 4% day, and we blew past this line by 200 points. So we were probably looking at a 1% day. And like, why do we have a 1% day when we're going up into Apple's earnings? So that's why I held on. Nothing technical, just what I thought about the market. Are you done trading? I'm waiting for it to hit my orders. So I had a buy at 25,900. I had a short at 26,000. And now I'm waiting for it to dip to 900 again before I buy. Or rally up here again. Other than that, I'm not really interested in trading like this range, like in here. Oh, and Rowan, all those entries were at the psychological key levels. So the hundreds, basically, like 26,000, 26,000, 25,900-ish. Probably 750-ish around here, 700-ish. And then lastly down here, I bought more down here because right here, I remember why I took the trades down here. I bought like 5 minis down here. Like, I bought a lot, and that's because this is the only one that I really remember, like exactly. That's because we were at 6,900, the 100s level of ES. So right here was the best area to buy. And you can see 6,900, right? And then the rest of the day it just went up. And where did it stop? 7,000, right? The thousands are really important for a stock like, or an index like ES. It's also important on NQ, but it's even more important for ES. Like, even with the really good Apple's earnings, we shot up 7,002 and then back down. I hope that answered your question, Ro. Yeah, anytime. It looks like it's 8 and you know it's overnight, so nothing is happening. I really wanted the dip down here, but we kind of missed my entry by like 7 points, so I'll probably call it for tonight. Streaming wise, I'll still be on the Discord. You guys know where I'm interested in anyway. On my funded accounts, I don't think I'm gonna play tonight. It's just it feels weird. I want to be bullish, but it just feels weird, so I'm just gonna let it kind of play out, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I'll lose another 30k. We'll see. So thanks everyone for joining. If you guys want to catch me on my next stream, I'll be streaming in the New York session.